Warning, about to be adult content. Talking, adult language. It's G4, motherfucker. I'm G4 Bubba C. This is Nerding and Burning, episode 2 of season 2. The name of the episode is called Getting Settled In. Let's go into the social media. Find me on Facebook, G4 Bubba C. IG, G4 Bubba C. Twitter, G4 Bubba C. Snapchat. My bad, I misread that. Bubba C G4. Line is G4 Bubba C. The ID is Bubba C. PlayStation Network is G4 little minus sign KNGDDY 420, and they're all capital. That's all capital. G4 King Diddy. It stands for King Daddy, but I got that from a Dale Jr. commercial back in the day from Domino's. So it's G4, capital G4, little minus sign, KNGDDY. That's all capital, and then 420. My favorite time of the day to get off. Twitch is G4 Bubba C. Zelo G4 Bubba C Jr. Clash of Kings is Bubba C. Kingdom 1209. G41 is the Alliance. I got my regular YouTube channel, G4 Bubba C Jr. Got the new YouTube channel, G4 and 1 Outlook, which will have this podcast and many other things on there. And I'm also on Spotify at G4 Bubba C. Speaking of Spotify, you can catch that podcast on there and a couple other places. I'm pretty sure it's still on there, called Spotify, Anchor, Pocket Cast, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, and now on G41 Outlook. I'm going to start putting them on here, there too. Thanks to all that listen. Thanks to all that give feedback. It helps. I'm not the greatest at this, but I feel like I'm getting better. I know I'm still reading off paper. It's going to take a while. I haven't really interviewed nobody yet. We're just working it slow. Getting the count up. I don't know. Just learning as I go. So let's get into this. So what's been up? What's going on with everybody? I know we ain't been doing much. Couple things here, a couple things there, you know. Go out to dinner every now and then, a couple times a week. Eat at home. Roughly a month since I last put out this podcast. I think it was July 26th it said. Today is August 28th. My birthday was 8 days ago. It was a good one. Hope everybody's keeping themselves healthy, and their family healthy. That's what we've been trying to do lately. Hope all is well with everybody. Been filming a few things for the new YouTube channel, G4 and 1 Outlook. I know I keep saying that, but it'll come in. Y'all eventually catch it. Let's move this closer so you can hear me better. We filmed some stuff from the old house to the move into this house, and then working on things here as we come along. Couple things. You get to see burnouts. My brother do a burnout at the old house when we left, because that's how it was done when we moved in. So moved it to the next one. Met those people. They seem cool. Nothing wrong with them. It's not our opinion anyway. That's their house now. We're at the bigger house. Good to go. You get last month's podcast is on there. I put that on there the other day. Us playing Monopoly as a family. Except for my brother's old lady. She's usually busy working. She works a lot. We gotta work to pay the bills. A movable island we just put up a couple hours ago. Not like a sand island, but you know, like one of the little movable islands you have in your kitchen. Put the railing around the pool. That was pretty cool. It was easy. That'll be up soon. Putting together the mini bike, riding it, having fun with that. And this podcast soon. There's other stuff on there you can see. And hunting season's coming up, so we'll be adding stuff to that. We live right down the street from one of the Put It On The Plate posse, Partners, Biggin. So, and my brother's got a big shed. I don't know if I put that on there. I try not to put everything on the house in case people, you know how people are. A couple things. Let's see, that's all I have for that. Shit. A couple days before my birthday, maybe a week or so, we had Hurricane Isaac. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. Came through. It was windy, rainy. It's a hurricane. Nothing big, nothing like missed work for or nothing like that. Power didn't go out, thank God. You probably hear me say that a lot, even though I'm not super religious, but thank God that didn't go out. That the other house used to go out all the time for Mother Nature. It's so fucking annoying. We called it the Bermuda Triangle of Virginia. Motherfucker, just windstorm knocked the power out down there in Woodhaven. It's like, God damn. Supposed to have another one going to hit us this weekend. The hurricane, his name is Laura, or Tropical Storm Laura. I'm pretty sure it's hurricane now. Sorry, got an itch. It's a hurricane right now. So, we'll see how that turns out. And talking about some weird shit. How about the explosion in Lebanon? That shit was wild. I seen a couple different camera angles of it. Like, a couple of them where you'd be like, damn. I don't know if that was aluminum nitrate. It could have been. We don't know. We'll probably never ever know the real truth, what happened. They know they had that shit in there. They know it was bound to go off. Aluminum nitrate don't explode by itself. But if there's fire or heat around it, it'll explode and make a big bomb. I was watching something on YouTube earlier today that was talking about different places that blown up from ammonium nitrate. That shit was wild. I don't know why they didn't evacuate people. How all them people got killed. That shit like a goddamn nuclear bomb and shit that went off. There's just the mushroom of it. It was crazy. Like I said, that's their part of the world. That's something we'll never know the truth about. They blamed it on Israel, all that shit. But hey, who knows? It could have been. Nobody really knows. It shows you got to keep you and yours safe in these times. We finally got internet and cable back. Yeah! But when we do go watch cable, we only got it in one room because that's the way it was ordered. So, in between the nephews and my brother and his old lady and me staying out in my room out here, don't watch cable much. But when I do, it's either Sports Center, Discovery Channel, Nat Geo, History. I'll be trying to watch some basketball, but it's like European. I know I said this a couple weeks ago. It's like European basketball or French basketball just don't seem right. I don't want to call it playground basketball, but it just don't seem right. And then you got all the players and all that protesting the game, which I understand what they're doing. They're trying to make it better for people, but man, most people just want to watch sports to get away from all that shit. I don't like that shut up and dribble shit. That was foul, but we just want to watch sports, enjoy the games, not have to worry about what's going on in the world, staying out of that. You sit down home, get you some beer, get a goddamn soda, some corn chips, some fucking peanuts, pretzels, crackers, pizza, whatever it is, sit down and watch. Now they're boycotting games, stuff like that. To each their own. I don't know if it'll make a difference. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. Just play the game, man. That's all we want to see is this game. For a few minutes that we sit down and watch it, just to get away from the bullshit of the world. Enough about that. Now that we got internet back, I'm watching Joe Rogan and his podcast on YouTube, and a show called Street Beefs, and a show called Michael Franzese. And we'll start with Street Beefs. I'll talk about that. Street Beefs is about backyard fighting, and if you got a beef with somebody, you can take it on there, settle up instead of shooting each other or stabbing people. Just some dumb shit. Just, hey man, let's knuckle it out. Some people call it the fair one, the 5-knuckle shuffle, the knots, whatever you want to call it, bro. Get your ass whipped, get my ass whipped, it don't matter. Nobody shot, nobody dies. Might knock the fuck out, like Smokey said, or whichever one said it. You got knocked out, Smokey. You got knocked the fuck out. They got weight classes and things like that. It's getting more backyard organized and things like that compared to what it first started out as, which is cool. Gives you something to watch. I don't watch the super long videos. The shorter the video, the better the fight usually. When you see motherfuckers just laying on each other, like, come on, man. In the Michael Franzese show I've been watching, he's a former mob boss that made a big money on a racket that was defrauding the government out of taxes on gas. It worked out good for him. He made a lot of money. I mean, besides getting busted, getting in trouble with the government because you were taking their money and taxes and all that. So that's the thing you do when you're in that base life. You eventually pay for everything you do. Even if you're getting paid for it, you're still going to pay somehow. And then he goes into telling stories about how things would go down in the families, things like that, to settle issues and things. And talks about mob movies, gives his perspective on it, whether they were good or not. It's a good show. That, Street Beefs, and Joe Rogan. You won't get many shows watching Joe Rogan because it's so long than watching the other ones. But the ones I've been watching lately on there are the Rob Lowe episode, the David Cho episode, the Joe Diaz show or episode, and the fucking post I don't even know how to say his name correctly. Post Malone, his episode. They're all about 3 hours long. I just finished the Joe Diaz show last night. Other than that, I haven't been finishing the shows. Cut it on before I go to sleep after playing Grand Theft at night. And then let it run until I fall asleep. It won't take me long to fall asleep, 20 minutes, and then the PlayStation cuts off of it or 30 or an hour. I don't know what it is of no activity. I set it to pretty low so it wouldn't run my PlayStation up. Anyway, him and Joe Rogan, Post Malone and Joe Rogan were tripping on mushrooms on their episode. That was a good show. Give you a couple different perspectives on the way people think, the way mushrooms affect people, things like that. It was a good episode. Learned some shit. Like how they could do some shit with jeans. I'm not talking about the jeans you wear. I'm talking about jeans in your body. How they can clip them together and make them stronger. I don't know. It's some weird shit. But it was good. Another reason I don't watch it is because they were out there sometimes. Smoking and drinking. It's a good show. It really is. If anybody can watch it, it's Joe Rogan and Post Malone. I don't know nobody fucks with either one of them, but a lot of people fuck with Joe Rogan and Post Malone, but I don't know anybody watches this show that does. Murder does. Me and him were talking about it. Murder X27. That's with an X. Ooh, sorry. Like I said, I've been playing GTA 5 when I can. Trying to get this mic adjusted. When I can. My internet's been fucking up, acting like a bitch lately on me. So that's slowing down the process. So I've been watching a lot of, like I said, Street Beefs and things like that. And then cutting Joe Rogan on after that. Fall asleep watching it. In my nice new comfy chair. I don't know if you can see it. That one right there. Bang. Big dog sleeping. To people listening, I have it on video. I'm going to be putting it out on YouTube also on G41 Outlook. I'm just showing them the camera view. And speaking of back to GTA, I see that they're wiping people's money and whole accounts out because of the big money glitch that was out. Luckily, I wasn't playing at that time. I didn't have internet. I might have tried it myself, so luckily, I don't need the money on the game. But yeah, it's just part of playing the game. I didn't try it because I didn't have no internet, so that saved me. That was to come out with that big update, or half-ass update, as I call it. Had a couple cars, buy none of them. Psh, whack. The best part of it was buying the property. You get another property. That's 7 properties. Somebody said you could get 8. I only got 7. I'm not mad. And you would sell the property back, get money off of it. I don't know how exactly it was done. Like I said, I was glad I was offline at the time, so I didn't have nothing to do with that. Now I know I've said this before. There's a wedding coming in the G4N1 family crew. We're not a gang, we're family. Don't ever say gang. That's when the government comes after you. So we're not a gang, that's a fact. And for those who don't know who G4N1 is, it's me, my brother G4 Dilly C, G4 Carter, G4 Schizo, Cuz, Chang, what it do, man. That's G4N1 and Romans. That's the real G4N1. But it's become G4N1 the crew because it's got all their kids. It's got Biggin and his kid. Pretty much anybody that stays around, hangs around with us, thankfully. We have good friends, great friends that hang out with us and stay around. Anyway, back to the wedding. My brother is getting married. My brother G4 Dilly C is getting married to his old lady, his baby mama, his longtime love. Shit, they've been dating since we were 15. Shit, even before then. I didn't even have my learners when they started dating, so 14. So they've been together for a while. I mean, you know how relationships go. You take a break, get back together. They got back together and had 3 kids afterwards, and you're ready to get married. Yeah. The day of the marriage is October 10th, 2020. That's 10/10/20. That was so my brother could remember it. That's what his old lady told him. It's going to be at their house. I'm going to try to get a bunch of video and post that on the G4N Willow channel. Maybe more behind the scenes, maybe just the guys side. I don't know. Battery don't last long on the camera, so probably more of that than the whole wedding. I'd have to start doing things now, getting videos of that. It's supposed to be a big ass party afterwards. A wedding party, I guess, but usually when all of us together, it's a big party, good fun time. Yeah, they just had the bridal shower last week, I think it was. So I gotta schedule a, whatever the man's called, the bachelor party or whatever it is. We got told we couldn't have strippers, even in my room. In-house strippers are no. That's what we got told. You couldn't get married if that happened. So we'll find out something to do something. On the bride side, I know a couple of people. Nettie, I think is the bridesmaid, which is B's aunt. Aunt Nettie, we call her Auntie. Samantha, or TT. I think a girl named Erica, I think is her name. It's supposed to be Valerie, but I think she's trying to get her life together, whatever it is. And maybe one more, 2 more, I don't know. It's not my side, so I don't. They'll be wearing some kind of pink dresses or something. Cray K, that's who it is. Sorry, Cray K, I didn't mean to forget you. That's who it is. And on the men's side, I'll be the best man, so I gotta write the best man speech or whatever it's called. I'm not too good at that. As y'all can see, I'm not the greatest talking, so I'm not the greatest in big crowds. There's nobody here but me, so it's kind of easy. I can just babble on and read off the paper. Can't really do that at the thing. You'd be head all down reading off the paper. And I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple things, ideas. Anyway, I'm the best man. His 3 sons are going to be in there too, which is Glitch YT, King Mo 18. They'll be in groomsman side. Sonny will be the ringman or whatever, ring bearer. I think Carter's daughter is going to be a ring bearer too. Carter will be there. He's a groomsman. Schizo's a groomsman. Biggin's a groomsman. And Romans is supposed to be a groomsman. Keep your head up, homie. Romans is supposed to be a groomsman. And that's it for the wedding. I told you all I know. I mean, I didn't tell you all I know, but that's a good idea of what it is. It'll be 10-10-20. In the front yard. Party in the back. Yeet. Food in the garage. Yeet. That's shout out to Mikey. King Mo. Yeet. Now, we're going to talk about this mini bike that we got. Man, that motherfucker's fun. A little expensive, but hey, my G4 Dilly C, my brother bought it so we could go out there and ride. We've been slow working some trails. I think they're called berms, like when you go in the turn, you leave the dugout when you're coming out. Got in all the way around this yard, path around the outside of the property in the front yard and side yard. We need to go back into the woods and cut paths back there. He just come in a little while ago and said, yeah, we got to cut some paths back there so we can ride around a little bit better. It's been fun. I'm not a big dirt bike rider, so I can't get over that throttle thing. Even with that, it's a little hard to, like when you go in to let off, and luckily the brake is on this side, not over top of this. Anyway, everybody that's rode it has got off with a big smile. Not got off, but got off the bike with a big smile. And it's fun, man. It's me and him never really grew up with bikes. We always like riding go-karts and four-wheelers, but my dad never bought them for us. If you got a goddamn bike, go ride it. So that's what we did. Alright, that's it for talking, pretty much. I know it's kind of fast, simple. I don't want to take a bunch of time. Battery's getting dead, so let's go into movie of the week. Man on Fire, Denzel Washington. To me, it's his best role. It's a good movie. The song of the week is Ride With Me by Nelly. Turn that on the radio, hit repeat on it a couple times, Spotify, jam it. Yeet! I know that he eats late, but yeet! Quote of the week, or the podcast. You can't change human nature. It is what it is. And G4 and 1 quote is, hold my dick! You knew that was coming. Okay, let's get into the shout-outs. Shout out Glitch YT, King Mo, Sonny, G4 Dilly C, the King, G4 Carter and his family, the bigger nigga, Carter and his family, Schizo, G4 Schizo and his family, Biggin and his family, Notorious Diesel and his family, Murder X 27, that's with an X, y'all, Murdex 27. Don't call him Murder, he don't like that shit. Murdex 27, Fate, Primo, LK, Miss Jade, Eula, Romans, Romy Rome, homie from the old school. Keep it up, homie. Cuz, Chang, what it do, man? To my mom and dad, love y'all, thanks. R.I.P. Diddy. Most important, my mom, thank you for everything you do. And that's it. Thank y'all.